Hey, look, Chidi, the mic is live, so don't be saying nothing crazy. Where's it? Why isn't that up there?
Hey, is it about to start?
Yeah, I went at 5, but this is only not up.
Whose fault is that?
I didn't say it was anybody's fault. Just said it's not there.
You mean like the
Wait, can you give me that for it at the bottom?
which one?
It's like a gray one. It's like USB right here.
What do you
I don't know. Maybe that's the problem.
It could be. Yeah, it is. Good job. It's right now. Tech junkie.
Oh, I see. No, you said it there. I, for some reason, you're giving a friend, but I have. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it. Start reading. Sorry.
That's not your name. It's
The chief, yeah, no, the better. City's like, it's not
yeah,
terrible.
because I was talking to Rita and I was like, when she was acting like she was like, no, are you not gay?
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
City or
Chief and Bartley.
but when I think it was
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let her. Yeah. If there's any spelling mistake, I'll have
I just seen. I don't know about.
get into order at 5:05. Senator Brown, can you lead us in the pledge? Just can you lead us in the pledge? All right, roll call. Hello, everyone. Hope y'all have a blessed day. All right, President Colbert. Vice President Edwards. Treasurer Correa.
Present.
Chief of Staff Moody.
Present.
Director Willem.
Present.
Director Johnson. Director Cunningham. Director Dickens. Assistant Director Shoyera. Director Ramos. Director Sato. Director Jackson. Assistant Director Stella. Director Brown. Director Clark. Director Howard. Assistant Director Onwonga. Director Ramdosh. Grandia. Assistant Director Coleman.
Present.
Director Malish. Assistant Director Dardy. Director Cora.
Present.
Representative James. Representative Paula. Representative Amsalu. Senator Upperworky. Senator Bell. Senator Brown. Senator Hammond. Senator Hicks. Senator Gibbon. Thank you. Senator McGurry. Senator McGuire. Senator Nawasha Manera. Senator Adansoye. Senator Osmalo. Senator Ryan. Senator Robinson. Senator Sedgwick. Senator Washington. Senator White. Senator Wergel. Justice Iden Luke. Justice Brown. Justice McNeil. Justice Montalvis. And Justice Yampton. All right, we'll now move to approval of the minutes. Sorry, guys, I don't know why I'm getting the screen. But here now, we're now moving to the minutes of the agenda. We have a guest speaker today, our president, Greg Michael Running County.
The point of order for everyone.
Good evening. So this point of order is specific to how you all run and approve your, just do your meeting. So the exec team had a conversation earlier today. You all, as members of the General Assembly and specifically the Senate, are responsible for ensuring that the accuracy of the official record is true. So the approval of the minutes is not something that should be skimmed past. It is something that you all need to be reading, reviewing, and ensuring that anything that you said during the previous meeting is recorded accurately. These are official records. I worked again in SGA for a very long time. Received calls from future employers, future grad schools about records that were taken in Student Government Association when that person was a student at the institution. These are official forever records. Y'all should always have your eyes on them. And when you move to approve them, that is you saying that to the best of your knowledge, that everything is accurate, okay? So for the future, y'all should always review the minutes. They will be publicly shared in the future too. And you all have to approve and say that it is okay as they stand. Does everyone understand? Yes.
Point of information, move through, wait, you have questions?
Point of information. Is there a
Wait,
possibility?
that might, Ron, can you get that microphone? Thank you.
This is dead. This is dead. Yes, I'm good. Is there a possibility we can get a copy of the minutes
They will be
ahead of time?
posted, they'll be posted to, they will be posted to the SGA website for access for everyone, and then as centers, which I was gonna mention, there will be vetting, as we just had this meeting, like 1 o'clock. But, the Senate has to approve like all the minutes and stuff like that, so, but they will be posted for the general public and everyone in the SGA on our website for you all to see. Okay. Question? No, we should try avoiding.
So, the point of clarification, do we, so are we still approving them today, even though we don't need to do them yet?
Yes, I'm gonna like run through, it won't be. What's on, can you all see? Do I need to know what the time is?
No.
So I'll scroll through. I don't need to like go through one by one. Okay, so scroll through. And you guys can approve like that. Next week, there will be these week's minutes, so Tuesday from today, these minutes will be up for Friday, so you all will be able to look at them before GA on Tuesday. So I'll put this up again next Tuesday, whereby then you should have already had time to review. So it will be something process. Does that make sense? Great. All right, so well, these are the votes and stuff down here.
Someone make the motion.
Yes, yes. Senator Ryan.
I make a motion to approve the minutes. We've done this, we've read it, and I think that's warranted. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second? Senator Damon. All right, all in favor, we're gonna move to a vote. All in favor to approve, last week's minutes. All opposed? All abstaining? All right. We will now move to the minutes of the agenda. Are there any changes that we need to the? Senator White.
Is there a possibility we can move resolution 10 up until, instead of budget bill 1 first, or is that possible? We can't do that.
If you want to make a motion, then it would be somebody on the second, and then we'll have to discuss it, and we'll have to vote on
Then never mind. Or,
it. Okay, great. All right. Guest speaker, Dr. Hayden, so we're going to move to public participation. We're now moving to the business advisory board.
Thank you. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. I was hoping for more school spirit in this room, but, oh, you know what, I have polos on. So my update, are two, so homecoming again, so the homecoming court nominations are due on the 23rd, I think that's this Friday at noon. All the applications, sorry, I'm going to turn on. All the applications are available on Involve It TU. And then this Saturday for the football game, it's Student Org Day. So Student Orgs and the Student Activities Office are sponsoring some activities and some free stuff. So if you go to the game, look out for them. Maybe you can get down on the field. I think I yield my time.
It has its moments, but
Government operations team,
No report.
Bruce committee. No report. President go good.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. So just a few updates. Today I went on a tour of the library, the new academic commons, which is a really cool space. They want other members and other students to go and schedule tours. So just like hit us up on the executive board if you're interested in that. I went with Justice Adeniga, Director Johnstone, Treasurer Correa earlier today. Just a few highlights. One, there's a tech desk now on the 3rd floor, which is open until 2 a.m. So if students need access to technology or support with anything OTF related, they'll be there. And then assistive technology is going to be moving from the 2nd to the 3rd floor. So those are like the specialized technologies that deal with ADS, and that's accessibility and disability services. And with that, the testing center is going to be moved. It is moved to the 3rd floor. That's a lot more accessible than having to go down when you enter. Next, there's also a scanning machine. So I don't know if you know how some textbooks you can put on reserve and you use it for the 2 hours. You can actually scan those textbooks and then take it home with you so you can do your work at home. That's one of the not so new features. We have just a ton of other new features. Cubicles for students to do asynchronous classes or Zoom classes and so many other features. So if you're interested in exploring the library, just let me know. And we'll be helping them with like getting the word out to students because a lot of students just don't know that the new academic commons is there, and it's a really good resource with the writing center, career center, the writing center, the tutoring center being down there. So just let us know. Then we will have a student services focus group to focus on laundry, printing, one card, and all other things that are through auxiliary services. This will meet October 24th and November 7th at 5 p.m. in West Village, meeting room 4. I want to confirm participation in that or to sign up, students can email Meredith Taylor, mtaylor@towson.edu. And basically that's just a focus group for students to come and share their opinion on things that relate to auxiliary services, which is almost all student services on campus. So I really encourage you to share that out. Once you get the marketing for it, definitely reshare it. Lastly, we have committees that we need to appoint people to. The Informational and Instructional Technology Committee meets on the 3rd Monday of each month on WebEx from 11:15 to 12:30. We also have the Core Curriculum Reporting Committee that kind of deals with our university core requirements. That's also looking for representatives. So if you're interested in either of those committees, just let me know and we can look into appointing you. And really lastly, we have to appoint people to serve on the graduation stage party for each of the 3 graduations. And we're only looking for somebody for the College of Business and Economics and the College of Health Professions, Wednesday, December 21st at 10 a.m. So if you're a graduating senior in either of those colleges this fall, let me know. And with that, thank you. One last thing, I promise. Our member of the week, our returning member to SGA has made so many contributions to both the 101st and 102nd administrations. It's been my pleasure to work with them. They kind of keep me on my toes and abreast to what we should be doing as an organization. And I really appreciate that. Another thing, they've really helped out with almost everything we've done this year, the 2000s party, tabling, you name it, they're there. So congratulations to Justice Adeniga. Thank you for that.
Rest of you good. Treasurer Corey.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tiger Tuesday. For my report, I will just be letting senators know to keep in mind that I have set budget hearing dates. So starting November 14th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the University Union 321B. That is the first date for budget hearings. The second day will be November 17th, 2022 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. also in University Union 321B. And then the last and final day for budget hearing date is November 18th. The room is to be determined, but the times will be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, I'm so sorry. Correction, November 17th is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Yeah. But with that, I yield.
Could you repeat all three of those days again? It'll be.
Yes, of course. So November 14th, 2022. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in University Union 321B. November 17th. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 321B. And then November 18th. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the room for that is still to be determined, sorry. And with that, I yield.
Regional Majority. Hello, everybody. Once again, I hope you're having a blessed day. I have a few things I want to say right now. First, I want to commend y'all for coming in on time. But there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a few like minor like mistakes. Courtesies aren't allowed in the GA, so I don't know if I mentioned that to you guys, but next GA, no courtesies are allowed. I'm about to start issuing PDRs, because like no speakers are allowed to, and I've been saying that like from week 1, so let's just keep that in mind. And I think that's it, but keep doing the good work. Keep that belief.
Okay, yes, I only have one report. It's about the binders. So I'll be ordering binders for everyone who doesn't have one by now. Because these are just like the ones from last year, so I have to order some more. Just make sure they get after every day they're back in the Senate office in the cabinet. You can take them home if you would like, but please do not leave them. Just put them back in the Senate office. And today we just have the paper because there's no binder. Just make sure all the papers get in one pile and then back into the Senate office. It's about it. Wait, can I unmute myself? October 1st is the breast cancer walk, which is next Saturday. So remember 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. If we just need everyone to be out and supporting not only the executive board, but the Department of Health and Wellness event. And this is, we're trying to make it campus wide and just in my understood words. That is.
What's all the other there's
Hey, it works. Okay. So I'm currently scheduling with the college deans, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm also like doing my research to see like what exactly is under each college's purview, just so I can best represent SGA and the student body in these meetings. I'm also researching data and speaking with students about my exam reform initiative. I'm also working on that survey, which will be coming out soon, which I'm really excited about. And one more thing, like a little personal anecdote. At my teaching internship today, I had a student come up to me and tell me that I'm their favorite teacher. It's only been 3 weeks, but it was so heartwarming. And I just wanted to say, college is hard. College sucks sometimes, but we're all here and we're all here for a purpose. And that today was my purpose. So anything that I can do to help you get through it, I'm only here for one more year, but anything I can do to help, I'd love to. So reach out to me, grab me in the hallway, whatever works, because I'm here for you and I'm really glad I get the opportunity. Any questions? No, and with that, I yield.
So from the campus activity. Department of Civic Engagement.
All right, happy Tiger Tuesday. Just want to say thank you to everyone who showed up or helped with my voting engagement, tabling event today. It went over very smoothly. We got some people registered to vote. We got some people to switch addresses, and we got rid of a lot of stuff, which is great. On October 5th and 6th, we are going to be having the goats coming to the Glen. So if you guys were here last year, you'll remember it. If you weren't, we are having goats come to the Glen to renew fees. They're very good at sipping them out and eating them, I guess. And they're super cute. If you have the chance, I encourage you to them. So they'll be happening on the 5th and 6th. The voting coalition went well. We have a lot of events coming up. So I am trying to work on getting some form of advertisement for all those events. And with that, I yield.
Department of Communications.
Hi, happy Tuesday. How are we having it today? Just continue to let me know if you guys need flyers posted on the story. But when it comes to post, just let me know like at least a day before, not the day of. Because sometimes it's hard to juggle. And yeah, we interviewed Justice a few weeks ago. And he just got hired as the AD of Communications, so congratulations to him. Yeah, how are you?
Department of Community Outreach.
How y'all doing today, SGA fam? So, for those of you, who got the memo, I have, organized a food pantry tour tomorrow at 6 p.m. with, the head chairman for it, Faith Forrest. I've been in contact with the assistant director of sustainability, Patricia Wilson. So, we connected and, set that up together. So if anyone's interested, meet me, after the meeting, we can talk about, meeting in the SGA office tomorrow at 5:30, and Director Johnson and I will take you guys over there for the food pantry. And if I may, just a little bit about it, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Skabakis, gave me some data on the pantry, and he stated that it experienced a 146% increase in its utilization since its inception in 2016. It also distributed 2,906 bags of food during open hours, and they also offer remote pickups since 2016 as well. And from fall 2021 to spring 2022, the food share provided 552 bags of food and hygiene products to students. This is a 100% increase year over year, and more than 25% of the pickups were remote. So while that is, I guess, good data, I think if we have more publicity and more engagement with the food pantry, we can blow those numbers out of the water by the end of the year. So if you have a chance to come out tomorrow, tour it, get a good photo op, and be doing SGA work. I yield my time. My bad. Anybody have any questions? That's true. No, that's a good question. No, you don't have to wear SGA stuff. Actually, it would be nice to get in the picture, so I'll let y'all decide that. Also, it will count as community service hours as well. So, whoever shows up, I'll check you all for your mandatory community hours. It's tomorrow at 6 to 6:30. All right, yield my time.
Department of Diversity and Inclusion.
Hello, everyone. Hope you all have a good Tuesday. So last week I met with Adrian, who's director of equity and inclusion. Basically, we're talking about things that changed from last year, as well our plans for this year. And an idea that brought up to me that we could maybe start working on was something called TU Story, which is basically a podcast form to get students, faculty, and staff to be able to talk about their experience and their story. So this is something that we're going to try to hopefully set up at the end of the semester. So he just sent me today a link for actually people that are interested, and he'll eventually make a flyer. So when that happens, I'll send that over to everyone. So that way you can like spread around in case someone would maybe be interested in wanting to be on the podcast and share their story to everyone at Towson. And then my second thing is about NITU. So I'm planning for that to be the week of November 14th. So I'm going to need help on setting up NITU. So I'm going to form a little NITU committee. So it'll be about 2 to 3 people. So if anyone's interested and want to be on the committee, you can let me know. It'll be a good way, to get some office hours from now into November if you need any. And then just help me out with like brainstorming ideas and setting up all the events and everything. So yes, that's all I have to say. Does anyone have any questions for me at all? Yeah. Yeah, the week of November 14th is my goal for when NITU is going to be. Any more questions? With that, I yield.
Hey guys, this week, my assistant director and I, we have a meeting with the first gen and disability representatives, and we're just gonna ask them what events and what kind of initiatives we should do to help the students that they represent. And then we also have a meeting with Ms. Kosovoom, the general outreach specialist at the counseling center, just to ask about what they do for the students and how they support them and how they would like us to spread their awareness. And we also scheduled a tabling event in the union for November 4th. And that's just to show like the safety resources that are on campus, like Safe Ride, Safe Walk, and also the counseling center and stuff like that. And we're also working on events, like event ideas. And we're thinking of making events dealing with like grades and how students can cope with like possibly failing grades, or how they could recharge from a very intense start of the semester. And then we're also going to work on Instagram posts for mindfulness and also recharging and the breast cancer walk. And we were going to communicate with the marketing department and also communications department on that. And that's it. Any questions? Oh, that are you.
Department of Higher Education.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. So I have a couple things to say. So this weekend, I met with the Maryland Higher Education Commission, and we discussed creating a program to help better inform soon-to-be high school graduates about their transition to college, because it's kind of entering that period. And we also discussed some more financial assistance programs that were specifically provided by the Maryland Higher Education Commission. So they are major specific, job specific, and then some are need-based, and some are just specifically provided by the commission. And they give out roughly $120 million a year. So if you are interested, or anybody that might be interested, reach out to me. I can give you all the information that I have. And yes, we are still in contact with some of the surrounding high schools about possibly doing a shadow program. So I'll be on the lookout for that and possibly being paired with a mentee. And that's it. I will my time. My onion. This has been my 80s name during Chris. Taylor was very well called.
I'm doing. We're gonna make that agenda. Great. Any questions for Director Brown? Department of Legislative Affairs.
Alrighty, hello everyone. So I sent out a survey to gauge your legislative priorities for the SGA. So please fill that out ASAP because I will use that to make a legislative platform for the 102nd administration. Through that platform, we'll just like lay out our stances on these topics, and then we'll use that to help us to guide us as we pick legislation for Tiger Pride Day, our general advocacy with laws that will be implemented soon. Also, I've just been meeting with a bunch of university staff on getting information on Tiger Pride Day and the planning of that. So if you've been to Tiger Pride Day and you have like any suggestions or anything you want to see at Tiger Pride Day, please feel free to reach out to me. And with that, are there any questions? All right, I yield.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. So, I sent out a reminder today on GroupMe for, SGA outreach tabling, and, our first one is next Tuesday at 12 to 3, and it's gonna be in the Union, table 1 in the Union. I was able to change it from Cook Library, 12 Library, yes, Cook Beach 1 and to the Union. And tabling, they're gonna be, there'll be two tabling each month, the second and the fourth week of each month. And that requires, anyone wants to sign up, this counts as office hours. And, counts as office hours, and there are only 4 limits of 4 people max for each table. And also when you're signing up, please, in the comments, please write when the start time or the end time that you're gonna be there. If you're gonna be the whole time, just write the whole time because comments are required in order to submit the assignment. Does anyone have any questions? Is that
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Just some events coming up. We have Reclaim Freedom Square happening September 29th at 8:30. It's a collab with ABC. As mentioned before, we also have the Breast Cancer Walk October 1st at 9 a.m. Focus group will be happening once, October 24th, and the second time, November 7th at 5 p.m. Also, the website will be updated soon with all of you guys' information, names, positions, and the headshots that we took last week. And then the last thing, please check the roster for your name spelling and correct position, as well as in front of you, the paper, just make sure your name is spelled correctly because we're going to be ordering name tags soon. Any questions?
All right, guys, one quick reminder, unless your Department of Executive Board, Special Projects, or Communications, you shouldn't be on your laptop or phone, so please put them away.
Departments to organizations.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Just 2 things for today. The senator assignment deadline is October 1st, so please keep reminding your student orgs about that deadline. And next week, Thursday, September 29th, from 5 to 6 p.m., which is the pre-meeting time, is the senator meet and greet in SGA office. All the information will be sent out through my emails to student orgs and to the senators. And yeah, that's all from me. Any questions? The senator meet and greet will be during pre-meeting time, September 29th, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah.
We have a location.
SG office. The location is SG office. Anything else? With that, I yield. Good evening, everyone. This week, we had transfer council interviews, and last week we had freshman council interviews. They went pretty well. And thank you for being respectful for our interview space as we conduct our final week of transfer council.
The first freshman and transfer council meeting is October 3rd. And the vendors, we had at along York Road are looking to hire. So reach out to Director Ram. Okay. Director Ramdial has been in contact with student family programs to set up a monthly or bi-weekly, we haven't really decided, meeting time. And I've been working to reach out to the collaborators for our freshman council and transfer council meeting. And any questions? Yes.
Are you guys gonna have a full council?
Freshman council, yes. Transfer council, no.
What's the least thing that we are?
Any more questions? And with that, I yield. No reports. Hey, y'all, I hope all is good with you. So just a couple things. First is, if you remember me from last year, it's the thing I always say, I have a certain disability. It is currently not out. However, when I send it out and when I make the marketing request, please, please, please fill it out, share it with your friends, all of that. You do not have to be disabled to fill it out, but it is essentially just about accessibility on campus. If you are disabled, what's your experience with ADS, et cetera, et cetera. Additionally, just a reminder that the pre-meeting this week will be with me and Director Stone about accessibility and sustainability and how they connect. And additionally, I'm having some meetings with ADS, and is very, important and stuff, just about learning about what is going on with ADS, how I can support them, how they can better support students, and general stuff like that. And if there are no questions, with that, I yield.
University presidents, representative.
Hi everyone. For those of you who didn't know, Julie representing Vice President of URG. First, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to everyone who was in attendance to I Heart Female Orgasm last night. It was a big success. We had 500 people show up. So I see some familiar faces who I saw there, and I'm going to assume everyone else who I didn't see there invited all their friends. So that makes up for it. Just a brief update for URG things. We extended our period for elections, so building council applications are still open. If you know any individuals who would be interested in an opportunity to join building council, whether as an active member or as an actual board member with a name and title, please just let them know that the applications are still open. Talk to the RLCs or CCAs. Odds are they have our flyers still in the residence halls and stuff like that. And if there are any questions, okay, with that, I yield.
First generation speaking today will be President Coco.
Happy Tiger Tuesday again, everyone. Earlier this week, last week, I think maybe it was yesterday, I met with Director Ramos and representative along with student success programs, and we'll be doing this year some FAFSA outreach for students, the pre-application for federal student aid, to just basically make students aware that FAFSA is renewable, and in addition to FAFSA, there's state resources that you qualify for once you do the FAFSA through MD CAPS and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. So we'll be doing tabling the week of October 10th. I believe that's the week right before homecoming. So that entire week we'll have a series of events, tabling, outreach, and we've also already reached out to the Office of Financial Aid. They'll be on site providing students with direct help to complete the FAFSA, because it's not a fun experience. So if you have any questions about that, you can let me know now. And if you're interested in helping out, like I said, it's a week-long event. Representative Salo and I and Director Ramos came to alone. So just reach out to us. We're happy to have you help us in the planning of the efforts. Any questions? Great.
West Club Council Representative. Transfer Student Representative. Freshman Council Representative to offer the office of the Secretary General. And then hey guys, happy Tiger Tuesday. So just on here a few things today. So the first thing, all legislation needs to be submitted to me by the Thursday prior to the next GA, just so I can make sure that everything is right for Tuesday. So if you want legislation on the floor for Tuesday, you submit it to me by this Thursday at 5 p.m. Does that make sense? All right, great. I've been meeting with the senators all this week. I want to say good job to you all, making my job easier. And you guys just give me a round of applause. So just make sure you understand on top of everything that you need to do. As mentioned before, Reclaim Freedom Square will be next week, September 29th. I expect all you guys to be there. You can get office on it as well. Not right now, but if we do, just let either me or two staff will, we will direct you, wherever. Just know.
Can she repeat what she said?
She asked if we needed help with the event. So she asked if we need help with the event. We do not need help right now, but if we do, we'll definitely, put something in the group, that. And if you have any other ideas to try to make this event better, just either let me or Chief Snap, Sarah, you good?
Is it on 7 p.m. or 8 p.m.?
It's gonna be 7 to 10, I believe. 7 to 10. On the Freedom Square. Also, Breast Cancer Walk next week, October 1st. Definitely come to this and be fun. With your steps in, and we're gonna have shirts, and stuff. It's gonna be cool. So definitely come. Please borrow your friends. It's going to be really good. And then I know the Assembly is going to be coming up to send, so just be on the for that. Any questions? Great. With that. Here are none. Great. Is there any unfinished business? Great. Hearing no one will to
Are there any motions before? Senator Alexander?
I move that we review budget for one.
Does anyone second? Senator Alexander? That one, I'm going to vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Oh, my fault, sorry. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, we will move to budget bill number 1. Since your names on the bill, would you like to speak on the bill, would you like to yield to Treasurer Craig?
All right, hello, everybody. So I know it's been a long time coming, but we will finally be presenting the proposed fiscal year 2023 SGA operating budget. Just to give you guys a little context, the SGA budget is broken into 2 separate categories. So the executive budget and then the student organization budget. On the other side, you see FY23, which is the budget that we proposed for this school year. FY22 is what Jordan proposed last year along with the 101st administration, and actuals is what was actually spent. We will now be moving down to the executive budget. Can everyone see it clearly? Okay, so we're starting off with the executive budget. We have the college town shuttle support, which we fully fund, and that this year is costing us $33,437.40. USA Today readership program is $17,130. Elections is $5,000. Inauguration and banquet are $5,000 combined. Tower Light advertising is at 0. Discretionary is $8,000. Student group conference and makeup summits are at 0. Multicultural conference is at 0. Involved at TU is at $25,871. Food share support is at $2,000. SGA athletics hosting is at $6,000. Localist masters events calendar is at $15,688.58. Towson University Northeastern Maryland Council support, so TUNE, that is at $7,284. New student development is at $6,000. Protocol Together All is at $10,000. It's on us is at $5,000. The green fee is at $9,364.19. And that gives us a total of $155,775.17. Does anyone have any questions on that section? Senator Aferorki?
Black. You're fine. But why is the multicultural conference at 0 while some other programs have been done for triple?
Yes, thank you for that question. That is actually an event that we would sponsor. CSD was the one that would host it. They would collaborate other departments around campus, such as HRL and such like more. However, it has not happened since before COVID. And it was unheard of for this year. So it was not budgeted for.
And I would like another question.
Go ahead.
Why is the Tower Light advertising?
Thank you. So Tower Light now does digital advertising. So you could see that last year Jordan had allocated of 14,000 towards Tower Light. However, they no longer do paper printing. They used to have it at like residential buildings and all over campus. And so SGA would pay and put like for ads in there. However, they are digital now. We also find that there are other digital ways to advertise on campus, not just through Tower Light, such as our Instagram and TikTok and such thing, as well as the TVs around Union and other buildings around campus. Director Brown.
What's the SGA athletics hosting?
So every year SGA is giving a athletic game to host. This year we will be hosting the homecoming game for football. So that money goes towards t-shirts and stuff, like whatever we want to do for that game. If we want to have a tailgate or such thing. So I know our athletics representative is working on that right now.
Point of order
Gotcha.
to the chair. I just want to know that, I would just want to ask, are we debating this after we're done?
It's not really much of a debate, it's just really just reviewing the bill and then we go on. But we get to discussion more like how said.
Because you have to vote. The Senate
Yeah.
has to approve the budget.
Yeah, no,
So do you have a question?
I just was wondering when we're gonna fully discuss it. That was
We're
just-
just fully discussing.
We just asked some questions.
Like now discussion, you can ask your questions already.
Oh,
I'm saying, do you have something like? in bed?
I do. I do have something to say. I personally, and I don't know about anybody else here, but I personally would like to move to hold this next week. This way, we have a full time to print out, read it, see it. This is like my first time ever seeing it. This is my first time ever like being able to read through the whole thing. So making a motion personally, just so I can have the time, at least moving into next week. Just so certain of us have the time to fully read and fully see what things are and to fully take time to ask questions.
Okay, anyone second? Someone second. All right, yes,
One second.
someone has to second, yeah. That's one, no, yeah, all right. Senator, Sawyer. Okay, all in favor of tabling this the next week? All opposed? All abstaining? But that tabling motion has been denied and we'll continue the conversation.
Does anyone else have questions in that section? Yeah, Senator Bell.
What is protocol together call?
That question, so that is an initiative with the health center. It offers, it's like a program online that offers 24/7 mental health support for students. Yes, Deborah, you're so.
So what is the College Town shuttle support?
Thank you, President. So I believe it's, yeah. Yeah, it's the shuttle that goes to all the universities, not all the universities, but participating universities in the Baltimore area, as well as Penn Station. So it's free to students, faculty, and staff.
Wait, so, sorry, this is another question. There's now a shuttle that goes to Penn Station again?
Yeah, it had not gone away.
Thank you.
It's an off-campus shuttle system, so it's not like the Tiger in Town, like by the university, it's another thing. Thank you, you're welcome. Just Chief of Justice. Yeah. I'm sorry. Director Mondial.
Randy out.
Sorry.
I have a question. So for new student development, so they got $9,000 last year and only used 1,000 of it.
Yes, and that's why there was budget cuts all across the board for this year due to wages going up. However, that's why I budgeted 6,000, 1,000 we used last year out of the 9,000.
Oh, yeah. No, it's okay. I'm just wondering.
Director Diggins.
I definitely feel like you forgot my name. It's cool. I just wanted to ask, so for the food share, you just got, the SCA just donated $2,000 last year, and that's how much that was in total for the entire year.
Yes,
And for this year, we haven't donated yet. Is that what we're saying? Are we reading that correctly?
yes, so 2,000 will also be donated this year, so Vicky Young is in charge of that.
Okay, thank you.
Senator Offeroski.
I just want to ask why we made the drastic jump from 18,000 to 32,000 for the shuttle.
Thank you for asking that question. So last year, things were still being adjusted from COVID. So there was COVID credit, Richard Gordon's term as treasurer. That's why, it was applied to that, as well as the fact, about 2 universities dropped off out of the College Town shuttle support. So they are no longer participating in the program. Senator White.
If new student developments only use 1,009, why are they getting 6,000? Is that, am I reading that right, or am I not reading that right?
I yield to President Colquitt.
Yeah, so last year they used 1,000. However, this year, as you heard from Assistant Director Coleman, the freshman council is already full and they haven't even started their work. And last year they were not near capacity. Even further, we also have a transfer council this year and they'll be sharing that new student development line item. So if you look at the year before mine, the freshman council did also use more.
Thank you for your question. Assistant Director Coleman.
Personal point of privilege.
Brandon. Any other questions before we move on to the next section? Brandon. Okay, so, this is also part of the executive budget. So we have professional development, so summer professional development, which happened this past summer, was budgeted at $21,000. Fall and professional development will be budgeted at $15,000, bringing us at a total of $36,000. Any questions on that? Senator McGuire?
Do we want to update like that? Is that like the actual like full total? Like,
Yeah.
How much we spent?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like the exact number around it. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on that? Okay, so now moving on to initiatives. So this year, I'll just explain it as I go. So Director of Legislative Affairs for Tiger Pride Day will be receiving $10,000. Marketing will be receiving $15,000. Director of Civic Engagement will be receiving $0. Director of Diversity will be receiving $0. Director of Higher Education will be receiving $0. Welcome to Towson. So TU Takeover is budgeted at $15,000. However, General Initiative is budgeted at $50,000. And I want to let everyone know that that money will be used not only for directors, but for senators, programming, anyone in SGA. So yeah, so directors, if you see your line item at $0, that is money. You guys can pull money from the $50,000, all right? As you can see, last year, they were budgeted at certain amounts of numbers and not all the money was used. So I just figured the general initiative. Director Johnson.
Is there any information on how much my department spent last year?
I do not have that information. Our business specialist, Vicky Young, was the one who actually put the actuals in, not myself. I'm not too sure why it was left blank.
Yeah, so the line item you're looking at, civic engagement, if you see it for Safety Day, which is a program that we didn't do last year. So your money on the budget came from general initiatives, although you have the line item, if that makes sense. So if you see general initiatives kind of looks overspent, but other areas were kind of pulled from there. Off the top of my head, we spent roughly 2 something, but 2,000 something.
Thank you.
Senator White.
So, as you said, the general initiative fund is money for everyone else to request money from, correct?
Yes, everyone in SGA for programming or for any other funding.
So how does one request that, and wouldn't it be easier for the director of diversity to either request money from there or actually have money in their budget? Would it be like less work for them to have money already set up versus them going to?
No, because either way, before spending the money, you have to fill out the program proposal as well as the funding request. So it is the same process. You have to fill out your program proposal and along with that, the funding request. Vice President Edwards.
Yeah, I don't have a question. I'm just saying, I think that was a good idea to kind of combine them all together, just because it kind of makes, more sense, especially kind of, this is my first too, honestly, right? So it's like seeing how like people didn't spend all the money, like I just want to say good job.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, that gave us a total of $9,000 for initiatives. $90,000. I'm so sorry. Okay, so now moving on to supplies. So this year office supplies is budgeted at $1,500. Technology is budgeted at $13,300. Phones are budgeted at $4,340. Printing is budgeted at $2,500. Postage is budgeted at $700. Shredding is budgeted at $0. Bank fees are budgeted at $1,000, giving us a total of $23,340. Does anyone have any questions on that? We'll be moving forward. For salaries and compensation, so FTE salaries are budgeted at $158,022. SGA member compensation is budgeted at $164,200, giving us a subtotal of $322,222 for salaries. Does anyone have any questions on that? Justin and Adenika.
Could you, explain what FTE is?
Yes, so FTE is the salary of our business specialist, Ms. Vicky Young, as well as our administrative assistant, once we hire one, which it is in the process. Director Brown.
I had a question that's related to SGA member compensation. So for directors, we are allotted to 10 hours. Is that our max that we do or? Okay,
Yes, your max is 10 hours.
gotcha, gotcha.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? All right, we will keep moving forward to scholarships and student support. So parking passes and books giveaways was budgeted at $0. Student relief fund is budgeted at $12,000. Scholarships are budgeted at $10,000, giving us a subtotal of $22,000. Does anyone have any questions? Senator White?
Can you elaborate on student relief funds?
Yes, student relief fund. I yield to President Colquitt.
So last year, we started the student relief fund support. The university has an existing emergency student relief fund, which was depleted. And if students applied there, they would be rejected. So last year, as you see, we allocated about $8,000 to go to that fund. And we also started the lab program using that 8,000. So you kind of see some of that went to tech, which is a higher line item, and then the rest went to actually the fund, which you can apply and receive money. This is just expanding that from we started last year.
Senator Robinson?
Yes, can you elaborate on parking passes and book giveaways and what the SGA's role is in that area?
Yes, so I believe that pre-COVID, that was the thing that existed, however, not exist last year, and this year I felt like, I don't know, it wasn't necessary to say. I think it's a great idea, however, while doing budget cuts throughout the board, that was one of the things that I just felt as though needed to be cut.
And so, what exactly are those programs like? What did SGA do prior to COVID with that?
I yield to President.
You don't know. It's been so many years. That's like why you cut it and why it's still at zero, because it wasn't even used pre-COVID. Like you have to go back many years, in which Advisor Harris knows SGA records keeping is a bit of a struggle. We're working on it, and so we just don't know what it was. Okay.
Director Brown?
So in addition to what Senator Robinson said, personally knowing people that could benefit from it, do you think that due to lack of possible advertising and publicity that it wasn't properly used and that if it were properly advertised that those funds could be properly allocated?
I believe so, but
Because as a person that could have been in this last year, it was there, so.
I know, especially with the prices increasing,
Yeah. Like with inflation.
I
and
do.
everything.
however,
Like, I know this is already set in stone, but like for the future administration, possibly like something to take.
yes, I do believe so. Personally speaking, I'm a senior this year, however, I do not even remember it being advertised my freshman year in 2019.
Point of information. Through the, after her, if I can just say, this is not set in stone, correct?
No, it is not set in stone. The Senate will be voting on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Director Johnstone.
Do you think that if there was enough interest, similar initiatives for parking passes and book giveaways could maybe put through the student relief fund? Could be allocated more funds towards that?
I do believe so. Director Soto.
Point of personal privilege.
Granted. Senator Robinson.
Do you believe that we can provide some definition on what Senate's role or what SGA's role is, as it pertains to parking passes and again?
We don't know. Yeah, I believe it was, I'm so sorry, but I believe it was just a line item that, like an administration wanted to, put in and fund. Senator White.
Is there a way? Noticing how many people would like it possibly funded, is there a way we could at least put maybe like 1,000 or something? Just in that funded?
We would have to meet with parking and transportation though. Unfortunately, 1,000 would probably only cover 2 people for parking passes, so. I feel like though that would be a meeting that would have to happen with parking education with the exec board, and then, if this is passed, it could be amended.
So correct me if I'm wrong on procedure here. Are we as senators allowed to make a motion to amend this budget to put something in? No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I think you're right. Never mind.
They are.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Representative Holland. Point of personal privilege. Granted.
That's why I looked at it.
Any other? Okay, we will be moving forward. Now moving forward to student organization. So budgeted student organizations for the fall semester is at $98,000. Budgeted SGA student organization projected for the spring semester is at $115,000. Campus Activities Board, otherwise known as CAB, is budgeted at $550,000 and $41. Sorry. Sports Club Organization is budgeted at $425,323.50. Alternative Rate Connections is budgeted at $7,500. I'm so sorry. Relay for Life is budgeted at $0. Tigerthon is budgeted at $8,000. Greek Council is budgeted at $10,000. Ujima is budgeted at $3,000. Sponsorships are budgeted at $11,000. Supplemental Fund is budgeted at $10,000. The Prove It Fund is budgeted at $4,000. The Weekend Retention Fund is budgeted at, the Explore Conference Fund is budgeted at $1,000. The Collaboration Fund is budgeted at $8,000. The Safe Fund is budgeted at $5,000 and contingency is at $0. Are there any questions? Director Johnstone.
Can you explain the reasoning behind increasing cabs and sports clubs budgets, even though they didn't exceed their previous budget?
Yes, thank you for asking. So due to the minimum wage increase, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, we, along with their budgets, we also cover compensation for their members. We pay their wages. So minimum wage went up, not by Towson's choice, but by the University Systems of Maryland. Any other questions?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Director Randiel.
So for Greek Council, what does that consist of, like programming?
Thank you. So Greek Council, that money, the funding goes to the Greek councils, overall. Oh, okay. Senator McGuire.
Yeah, so most of the events, so this is going to actually, it's gonna be split up into the 5 councils that we have on Townsend. So 5 councils in total, that means 2,500 for each council. We do a lot of Greek planning. Main event is, the one we fund the most is mostly gonna be Dance the Madness, which is gonna be homecoming on October 20th. And then our Greek week, which is a nice little video. If you watch it on the Towson IFC, that I paid for. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, yeah, and just to add on to that, how you mentioned, so 2,500 goes to each council. So let's say a Greek organization needs funding, you would go to your council, not to SGA. Any other questions? Senator White?
Yeah, what's contingency and rally for life, relay for life?
Okay, so contingency, we honestly do not know what the line item was for. That's why it is at 0. Relay for Life is a student organization, who basically raises money, I believe. Right?
Oh, okay.
Senator Ike?
I just had a question what alternative rate connections is.
Alternative Break Connections is also, I think, a program. I believe, no, I know, is Alternative Break Connections is a program, not only by student orgs, also by departments in Towson. It is held to network. Oh, Spring Break. Oh, Spring Break Service Trips. Thank you, advisor. Senator Kempe.
Yeah, another question.
Mhm.
I kind of just, like, I was going back, but you said that for Greek council, there's 5 councils and there's 2,500 for each. Right?
Oh, it's 2,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Sorry.
was about to say. That was like,
Yeah.
it's a 10,000. Okay, cool, thank you.
Any other questions? Representative Dean.
Okay, so first, I can't really see, I left my glasses at home, but I remember earlier somebody mentioned something about athletics money, and then I just heard again sports club. So what's the difference between the two?
Yes, so sports clubs organization is the organization of all the sports clubs. So like the soccer club, gymnastics, so not like from athletics, but through sports clubs. There is a way for students to be involved in sports without being in the division.
Okay, thank you.
Justice Adenika?
Is that the interviews and teams and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Director Brown?
So should somebody want to do relay for life this semester, this school year, would that just be pulled from the general budget?
Relay for Life.
Yeah, it is a community-based, like, it's fundraising through the American Cancer Association.
Mhm.
So if someone were interested and we had enough students to participate in it, where would that, first off, what exactly? Like, it's fundraising, so it's also like, will we even need money from SGA to hold that?
I'm not too sure about it. It was, once again, it was, I believe, a sponsorship. It was a line item that an administration, put on their budget. They didn't do it, so they didn't do it last year, so I didn't budget for it.
Okay.
Director Malash.
Okay, for the collaboration fund, so like if an organization is collaborating with SGA, can like they use that fund if they don't have enough funds, in their account?
Yes. They would just have to fill out the form. Any other questions? Yes.
to make sure that that last comment was actually what it is. The collaboration fund is about two or more groups actually collaborating with each other, not specifically if you ran out of money, I'm gonna say, I just need more money. Not the same thing. And it's intended for collaboration. Yes? Yes. And that's for y'all. Yes? Yes.
So as you guys can see, this is just revenue. So these are numbers Ms. Vicky Young, inputted herself, and it just goes to show the actuals from last year. So. As a group, yeah. So these are just like the numbers on the side that you see are the actual fees, received last year. And it just shows the revenue. So, yeah, any questions? Okay.
So we're in the positive.
Yes, we are in positive. So the actual money spent last year was $1,753,612.65. And there was a total of $52,274.27 unspent. Director Brown.
Well, congratulations for one, doing all that together. And second, so the 52,000, where did that go? You guys just like then reallocated to different places, or that's kind of just like.
It's like, it doesn't roll over each other, if that's your question.
Okay.
It kind of goes into a reserve account, in which is accessible, by the permission of the vice president of student affairs, should we need to. But hopefully we will never need again there, because we are in the place.
Any other questions? Senator Alberti?
So basically, for coverage, that money is really daily, different things. Or like if we just need more money for something.
No, if we ever fall.
Real. It's
Like-
not like a.
Oh,
cushion.
so like, okay.
Like
It's
negative.
like a real bad rainy day. Trouble, Dr. Kirby Dale on South kind of day. So hopefully we don't.
Any more questions?
Also, very easy.
Can you scroll up, Vice President Edwards? Thank you. So that brings our subtotal for the year budgeted at $1,907,201.67. Any questions? Senator McGuire.
I motion that we vote on the budget.
All right, I'll. Senator Tengu. All right, I move that, no. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining?
Pass, one abstain. I abstain, full pass.
Okay. With that, the budget has passed. Okay. Okay, now I'm moving to a vote, my apologies. I'm moving to a vote to pass budget bill number 1. All right, let's discuss, is there any discussion? Senator White?
I call the question. I move that we just vote on this. Okay, I mean, I call the question. So that means.
Okay.
Okay, now we move into the vote. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? With that, budget bill number 1 has been passed. Are there any other motions on the floor? Senator Bell. Move to review resolution number. Okay, anyone second? Senator White?
I second.
Okay, now we're not moving to a vote. Oh, yeah. Discuss, part of the discussion. We have to move to the vote.
Oh, no, I want to discuss like going through the bill.
Yeah, we're gonna vote and discuss the bill, yeah.
No, like discuss like doing a different bill.
So you wanna move to then you move to review another bill?
Yeah.
Okay. So make the motion.
I would like the motion to review resolution number 9, only to save some time.
Point of order. There's already a motion to vote on. We had to vote to talk about it. Right?
Okay, we're gonna continue the vote on resolution number 8, and then if that gets voted on, then that's going to go through a review. Okay, that's all I was about to say. So all in favor to review resolution number 8? All those opposed? All those abstaining? Okay. You get that? Sign what the feedback. Okay, so with that, the motion to review resolution number 8 has been stricken. We're now moving to a vote to review resolution number 9. All those in favor? I'm just part of okay. All those in favor to review resolution number 9? All those opposed? All those abstaining? With that, we now review resolution number 9. President Colquitt.
I'd like to recommend to add to this bill, Assistant Director Selena Pinckney, Assistant Director of Marketing.
Does anyone accept this recommendation? Okay. Okay, we're now moving to a vote to accept the recommendation. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? With that, the recommendation to add Selena Pinckney to the resolution number 9 has been accepted.
Point of information. I'm confused.
Yeah.
We are amending this motion, this resolution number 9. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we just said?
So we are amending, like the current paper you have, is Selena's name on it. So we just made a motion to add her name on it, and that's what you are just going to correct.
The recommendation by President Oakland, using the recommendation and not an official meeting. So a senator needs to make a motion.
He did, he accepted the recommendation.
Accepted the recommendation?
Yes. I'm moving to the vote. Justice Brown. Pardon me? Granted. Director, Representative Holler.
Just a reminder that for accessibility reasons, can we please speak in a mic? And if that's unable because you can't get a mic or something, can the executive please repeat what is being asked for accessibility reasons?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. We're now reviewing resolution number 9. So I see Vice President Albert, speak on the bill. Sure. Justice, the resolution of speak as We've done the board combination, we've done for the last 3 weeks, so you guys can draw. But just a reminder, all you guys have already been like interviewed, stuff like that, and you were things that they should be hired, this is just introduction to them. Yes. Take that lead.
Oh. Director Afro, Senator Afro. Can you say the number? Is the club director, the club of Sports Council Club Director here, you said? Representative? I don't believe so. Senator Afro.
I make a motion to strike Sports Club Council Representative Lorelei Thompson.
Does anyone accept? Or second? Senator Bell? With that, we're not moving to the vote of striking Sports Club Council Representative Lorelei Thompson off the bill. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? With that, Sports Club Council Representative has now been stricken off resolution number 9. Justice, you may now speak.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. I'm interested in joining the SBA. I would like to apply my skills in marketing, communications, into a thriving organization. And I really like the direction SGA is going and has been going, and I want to do my part in contributing to that.
Anyone have any questions? Selena, Selena next to speak. Justice, to stay to the side for a little bit, but you guys will leave after she finishes speaking when we vote from you guys, okay? All right, go ahead, speak.
Okay, so good afternoon. I would like to join SGA to add some of my skills to the marketing team. I personally have my own business and I would like to move forward and see the representation of our brand through like a greater light. So by applying the skills that I have with marketing in the classes that I am taking, that would also help.
Could you please step outside while you going to vote to from you guys? Does anyone want to speak on Justice Salinas behalf? President Coquit?
Yeah, I interviewed these people with Chief of Staff Moody and their respective directors, and I think that they'll both be awesome additions to the administration. So yes, they're awesome people, great skill set, and they'll help out our PR team greatly.
Senator Ipe.
I have a complaint information. So Sports Club Council Representative, will she ever be like sworn in, or do I have to like create another bill in regards to her being like?
So she was stricken off the bill, but she'll be confirmed when she's attending GA. No problem. Senator Bill.
I don't have a mic. So that would be, what is it called? That would be, unfinished business then, until next week.
Yeah.
Okay, until she pops that.
Exactly. There are no more questions. We'll now move into the vote of confirming Selena Pigney and Assistant Director Communication Justice Battle. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, Selena Pigney and Assistant Director Communication Justice Battle have now been confirmed. Can someone come in? Alright, with that bill done, are there any other motions on the floor? Senator Bell?
Motion to review resolution number 10.
Does anyone second?
Second.
Okay, with that one, I'll bring it to a vote, review resolution number 10. Yeah. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, we are reviewing resolution number 10. This bill is about confirming Catherine Geiger and Mohammed Tayeb. If they're present, could you please come to the center and speak on why you want to be confirmed?
Right, hi everyone, how are you doing today? So I'm Catherine, I go by Katie. First off, I want to say thank you for having me here. It's been great to see this in action. So why I want to be part of SGA pretty much is the vehicle of communication between administration and students. Just, you know, be part of their academic, social, professional goals and be part of the change where it's needed. So that's why we're being here.
Do you have any questions for Catherine? No questions, okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mohammed Tayyib. I want to be a part of SGA because it's my dream to be a part of SGA. Also, I like how this meeting is going and where SGA is going. Also, when I was in college, I had so many problems. I was facing so many problems, so I feel like that if I'm a part of SGA, I can make a difference for the students who are in here, and that's it.
Do you have any questions for Mohammed? Okay, can you guys both step out when you vote? Ooh. Would anyone want to speak on their behalf? After that, Edward.
Yeah, so just in the interest of time, I want to do the more things to go back to the resolution date. But I interviewed both Catherine and they're both like such a for the same position. Both of them bring different ideas, and as seniors, all I know, we're discussing the initiative and stuff like that. And both of them are still seem like they really have a passion for serving the GPA. So they're both really involved on campus as well. So that obviously had those connections on campus. Yeah, so,
One more and then that'll be it. All right. So with that, we'll now be moving to a vote to confirm Catherine and Mohammed. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that being said, Catherine and Mohammed are confirmed. Can someone let them in? And we have any other motions on the floor? Senator White.
I make a motion that we, or it's more of a question for me. We are reviewing number 8 again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Senator Atwood.
I make a motion that we review resolution number 8.
Anyone second?
Second.
All right, with that, I'll be moving to a vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? All right, and I'm moving to resolution number 8. Director Johnson?
I understand that I don't know how useful this is gonna be, but I not know if it's just me, but we don't have nearly any information on this bill. We have one page.
Senator McGuire would like to, you're the one that would like to elaborate.
So guys, that is a clinical error on our part. This bill was like 3 or 4 pages, but you know, we're only one for whatever reason. But Sean has a presentation for it, and I'll have the bill itself on the screen behind us, so we all can read it. For that,
I will be speaking more on this bill, but I do have, so is there at least a therefore be it resolved?
there is,
Oh. Okay, thank you.
yes. I yield to Senator McGuire.
Point of information. Point of information. Point of information.
Is there a possibility after he's shot, we can actually get the opinion of the Department of Academics as well?
You can speak afterwards.
Okay, we'll just ask one.
Make sure we have time dedicated for it.
I actually kind of wanted to table this bill to next GA only because you guys are having info and I wanted this to go through the hubs. And I didn't mean to submit to you, I didn't know what. Yeah, can I motion to some, government operation? Oh, okay, I motion to table this to next GA.
Does anyone accept that motion? Senator Dobbin? Okay. With that, we now move into a vote on tabling resolution number 8.
Point of order. Can he make a motion to send the bill to committee? Can't we make, as senators, make?
That's his job. I mean, he can only make a motion to table the bill. Yeah,
No, I'm just asking if he wanted to, or if anybody wanted to.
Tabling it.
The regular setting, like, this bill would have already went through the committee, but since we haven't made the committee yet, like in
Yeah.
our March, we're gonna make the committee by the end of Friday.
Okay.
So in a normal setting, by the time this bill got here, it would have already reached the committee, so he wouldn't make that motion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Senator Brugge?
I have a question. Since we made on Friday, are we even gonna be able to review it before Tuesday? Or should I just?
It depends on whenever the meeting is scheduled, so the first schedule, it's gonna be Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
We didn't hear about it.
Oh, yeah.
Her question, did you all hear her question?
Yes.
You all heard the question, okay, so I'll repeat it. Her question was, since we're making the committees on Friday, will we have time to review resolution 8 by Tuesday? It depends on when we schedule meetings, so if government operations meeting will be on Monday or Tuesday, then yeah, we'll be able to review this, but if they schedule the government operations committee meeting for Thursday, then no, we will not. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Kind of.
No committees to this. There's no
No,
committee.
but wouldn't it just be better to put it on,
Sorry if I'm speaking out of turn, but wouldn't it just be better to just put it first thing on the docket for that committee? And then we pick it back up?
It will be, like, no, it will, like, when government operations is formed, this will be the first thing they review.
On.
Yes, because this is already, it's like, the bill is already finished. But if the committee doesn't meet until after Tuesday, then they wouldn't have made it for GA. Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay, so back to the original motion of tabling the bill from resolution number 8. We're gonna move to vote on accepting that recommendation. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? The recommendation has been accepted to table resolution number 8. Resolution 8 is now tabled. It may not be tabled so long. We're now moving to announcements. Are there any announcements? Director Beckman.
Alrighty, just a point of entry procedure, please wait until you are called upon by the chair to speak. It gets a little out of hand when we have people raising their hand and we have people calling out, so please wait until you are called upon on the chair to speak.
Senator Brugge.
Hi guys, I feel like I think it's a next Tuesday for the tabling. Okay, so from 1 to 3, next Tuesday for tabling, I plan to have, I'm gonna to have some senators come out and speak to the student body, like the students at UNC, and their like, opinions on legislation and what they think are issues on campus. So if you can come out next Tuesday for 1 to 3. You don't have to worry. Just to like, just so the students could get informed about the senators and get to know us, but also let us know their issues so if we can write possible legislation for them. So yeah.
Are you talking about the SJ outreach?
Yeah.
It's from 12 to 3.
It was not to be.
It's from 12 to 3.
All right. Stop it.
Advisor, Advisor Chris.
I'll come up so y'all can see me. So you're gonna hear some updates from your executive board and your new pro tem about process and procedure for GA meetings. We had a little bit of a conversation earlier today. We are going to continue that conversation. Is there a parliamentarian position? in this field? No, okay. So all of you sort of holding each other accountable to parliamentary procedure is really important. So thanks for the folks who've been shouting that out. It is also why I contribute to the conversation. Usually a parliamentarian would do that. The biggest things y'all need to know for updates on process and procedure for this meeting. You'll notice on your agenda, it says old business and new business. Next to each of those items, it says first reading and second reading, right? Y'all can see that? So that actually means something. So after the committees get selected, it'll be a much smoother process. First reading is an opportunity for what many of you have asked for in this meeting, that the first reading of a bill or a piece of legislation, so a bill or a resolution, has time to be referred to a committee, be reviewed by that committee, and then anyone else in the GA or the public who is interested in learning or contributing to the conversation have that opportunity by showing up to the committee meeting. Once that passes through committee, it comes to Senate to be voted on. That's what the second reading is and becomes old business because technically you saw it the week before on the agenda. You're going to hear more about this from your executive branch and the Senate Pro Tem, but this is a FYI. I love process and procedure, which is why I keep jumping in on some of these things. If you have questions about it, I sit in the corner over there. Y'all can come ask me. My office is downstairs as well. So just keep your ears open for new information about how we process in this meeting.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Treasurer Correa?
Okay, senators, there is a correction to the budget hearing dates and times. So for November 17th, during my remarks, I believe I said 9 to 3. For November 17th, it is actually 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the same room, University Union 321B. Thank you.
Senator Ekpe?
I apologize. I actually didn't write down the dates and the times. Will you be able to send like an email or can you repeat?
Yeah, it'll be in the minutes of the agenda. Are there any other announcements? Are there any other motions on the floor? Senator White,
A motion to adjourn.
anyone second? Now we move to a vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? We need to adjourn.